Oh, it's you again. I wasn't really expecting company, but since you're here, on my channel, uninvited again, you better open your ears and close your mouth and listen to Backchat TV Sports. Let's talk. So, I've noticed many people online suggesting Tyson Fury should retire after the beating he received from unified heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk, and I thought it would be interesting to explore this idea further. Why do so many people think Fury should retire? Is this based on the manner in which Fury lost, the level of competition, or the level of disappointment fanboys feel when expectations are not fulfilled by their favorite fighters? When their favorite fighters lose, there is always a call for retirement, and if they don't retire and instead come back with an amazing performance, all of a sudden the fighter is back, and the loss is written off as an off night. A perfect example, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was a fighter who could do no wrong. He physically looked the part, spoke well, had a somewhat relatable, tough upbringing, and was easy on the eye. He was an advertising marketer's dream, the perfect poster boy for heavyweight boxing, and the whole entire country got behind him. They prematurely proclaimed him as the best heavyweight in the world. Suddenly, Joshua loses to Andy Luis, a short, fat man who certainly did not look the part and was relatively unknown to casual British fans. This made fans immediately lose faith in Joshua, and the inevitable suggestion of retirement was waved around like a blind man's cane. Anthony Joshua, eager for redemption, came back and won against Andy Luis in the rematch, but there was still a doubt hanging over his head. He subsequently lost to Usyk twice, but was able to redeem himself with impressive knockout performances against Otto Wallin, Helenius, and UFC champ Francis Ngannou. And now that Fury has lost, Joshua is considered as the second best heavyweight in the world behind Usyk, and nobody thinks Anthony Joshua should retire now. Deontay Wilder is another example. Wilder, known for his heavy hands, was heralded as a heavyweight great until he was embarrassed by Tyson Fury on 2 occasions. Wilder was well and truly written off after his lackluster performance against Joseph Parker, who, interestingly, is another man who was written off after his devastating loss to Joy Joyce. People say that Zhilei Zhang should retire after his recent loss to Joseph Parker, so the point I'm making is that losing fights are part of the game, and a loss or two does not define your career. We should refrain from prematurely putting fighters out to pasture until it becomes obvious a fighter has nothing left. This, I feel, is not the case in regards to the heavyweights that I have just mentioned, as they all still show desire. In Deontay Wilder's case, his fall from grace might only be to do with ring rust, but I doubt this. Wilder's lack of boxing skills and footwork fundamentals might have just become more costly as the level of competition increased. In Anthony Joshua's case, I feel he had to learn how to incorporate his natural power and strength with his footwork and defense, and now with Ben Davidson, he's finally coming into his prime. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, is a difficult case to figure out. Against Usyk, Fury actually looked very comfortable outboxing the Ukrainian for large parts of the fight. However, in the 8th round, Fury seemed to start to lose concentration, and in the 9th, he was caught with a hook he really should have seen coming. Was Fury starting to feel the pace and pressure from Usyk? At the top level, maybe Fury wasn't fit enough? In any event, I feel the fight was close enough to warrant a rematch in which Fury would make adjustments. But does Tyson Fury really want a rematch with Alexander Usyk? We all know Fury is a much more emotionally volatile character than someone like Anthony Joshua or Joy Joyce, for example, and is prone to changing his mind at any given moment. If Fury really believes he beat Usyk the first time, he may believe that there is no point fighting him again. In Fury's mind, what's the point if the country is against him and the judges are against him? They are only going to rob him again. Fury has shown this type of victim mindset before, and when his back is against the wall, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the kind of rhetoric we hear. On the other hand, Fury might actually really mean what he says this time and go through with a rematch, and it might be Usyk that turns down the rematch due to all of the shenanigans he had to go through when dealing with Tyson Fury the first time. Usyk might also feel that the judges and the referee tried to rob him of undisputed in the first fight, which may further discourage Usyk from taking the rematch. Personally, I think Fury will take the rematch because he would not want to go out on a loss. Just knowing that there was a man born from his mother that was better than him would eat him alive, and I think a competitor like Tyson Fury couldn't live with this. Wilder versus Zhang will be an interesting fight. Both men are huge punchers, huge men with huge flaws and a lot to lose. Zhang is 40 years old, and although he looks great for his age, the cracks start to show when you make him move around the ring. If Wilder can be elusive and pick his moment to explode with that signature right hand, it might be all he needs. However, the word elusive is not particularly characteristic of the Bronze Bomber's style, and he might instead find himself being mollywopped by a man that outweighs him by 50 pounds. Out of all the heavyweights today, with the exception of Alexander Usyk, I think Anthony Joshua has the best chance to become once again heavyweight champion of the world, as he is the dark horse in the discussion. I believe he is the most likely to shock the world and take out Fury and Usyk if he ever gets another chance to fight either man. This is because Joshua seems to be a person who is genuinely humble. He listens and he learns. He fixes things that are not good enough, he has changed trainers, and I feel he has come full circle in his career. He has the best resume of them all, he has defeats to learn from, and he is now working with Ben Davidson, who I think is a massively underrated trainer. Joshua seems to be coming into his prime, where he understands how to conserve his energy, how to use his defense, and when to deliver his awesome power, and this is something he didn't understand when he fought Usyk before. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Is Tyson finished? Who will win the rematch between Fury and Usyk? Is Anthony Joshua the dark horse? Or will somebody else shockingly beat Alexander Usyk? Who will win out of Zhang and Wilder, and should the loser retire? Hey guys, thanks for watching my video, because if you didn't, it might have got really ugly for you. But since you did, I really appreciate that. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Backchat TV Sports. Do it now, I ain't got all day.